Hey guys, this is no laugh. Sorry I haven't posted in a couple days, but here are my draft grades part 2. Chicago, very, very close to getting an A+, but I stuck with A. Justin Fields, great pick. Andy Dalton's probably crying right now. But Justin Fields, I think he's NFL ready. I don't think he's going to have any problems, maybe a little bit, but they got Tevin Jenkins to help him, which is nice. At least they care more about their quarterback, if you know what I mean, Packers fans. Tevin Jenkins, NFL ready, Pro Bowl potential. He's a good scheme for the Bears. I projected him in the first round going to the Bears with the 20th pick, but they got him in the second round, which is a steal for me. But, the one pick, and all of you are going to be like, it was just a 4th round pick, or I don't know if it was, I think it was 4th. But you know what? I am very stern, but I think Khalil Herbert, and Khalil Herbert's a great running back. I loved him coming into the draft, but it's the value. They could have gone one round later, and there was Kenneth Gainwell still on the board. I think. No, what am I talking about? No, snap out of it. I'm not sure, though. Sorry. If you could tell, I sometimes forget a lot, especially in the last video. Yeah, you may want to check that out. But anyway, but yeah, Daz Newsome, going to be good red zone, maybe a Darnell Mooney type of guy for the red zone. Not with speed whatsoever, but if we took out the speed, he may be the Darnell Mooney of this year. So, yeah, I think they had a really solid, well draft. So, okay, Green Bay, B. People are hating on them. And I'm not being biased. A lot of people have said this. But, okay, Eric Stokes. Okay, maybe not a great pick. Aaron Rodgers is probably mad. I don't think he intended a voluntary practice, so that's not a good sign. But Eric Stokes is still not a bad cornerback. Maybe they're going for speed. You know, maybe they want him that. Maybe he was the speediest quarterback on the board that they wanted. And I don't blame them. If they want that, they want that. Some teams have their scheme. Maybe that's their scheme they're going for, you know. Then they got Josh Myers, like Tevin Jenkins, Pro Bowl ready, NFL ready. I think he's going to make an impact on the O-line with the Corey Linsley loss. And then Amari Rodgers, he's going to be a nice deep field guy for them, like a MVS route type of guy, but he's going to be better than MVS. Wide receiver 2, it depends. Him and Allen Lazard are going to have some competition, but I think Rodgers will win. I think he should be the wide receiver 2, but yeah, I love him. They had a couple other okay picks, but yeah, I think a B for them is reasonable. Detroit, A-. They got Penei Sewell, which fell a little bit. Not the Jaguars. Noah. Bengals could have got. This is going to transfer into their horrible O-line to maybe a pretty good O-line. Maybe. We just have to see how Sewell is. He's pretty safe. He's not risky. It's not like, oh my God, it's not like Caleb Farley, you know? He's pretty safe pick and a pretty good pick. They got Levi Onwuzurike, great, but they got Aleem McNeil. They're both defensive tackles. I don't see the huge knowledge in that, but if they were aiming for depth, I would definitely understand that. But I think that's what they were doing. Amon-Ra St. Brown, well-rounded receiver, nothing special, but nothing bad about him. So, yeah, he was a steal in the 4th round, so I think they had a solid draft, A-. Vikings, another one close to A. They got Darisaw, one of the biggest steals in the draft, at the 22 pick. Traded back. I think the 22 pick. They traded back with the Jets. Then they got Kellen Mond. I don't think he's NFL ready yet, but I think if he maybe learns behind Kirk Cousins a little bit, maybe he will. He only needs a little bit more boost to be NFL ready. He's that close. Wyatt Davis, solid O lineman. Let's see, Chas Surratt, love him as a linebacker. He can make some big plays in clutch. I think he's going to be great with Aaron Kendricks. So, yeah, I think all around, they also got a steal on Amir Smith-Marset. I think they're going to be a A, coming in as a A. Okay, Cincinnati Bengals, B-. I got Jamar Chase, which he's a great receiver. Him and Higgins are going to have some competition, but I don't see Lodge drafting a receiver when Burrow got hurt because his O-line gave up a sack to injure him. I don't see any logic in that. And Higgins and Boyd are good, and they can maybe trade for like a receiver like T.Y. Hilton or like Jalen Reagor or someone like that for their wide receiver 3. And they don't need fancy smancy wide receiver 3, you know. You need 2 great wide receivers and a solid, good wide receiver 3. So maybe like even a Jamison Crowder. Maybe they change for a Jamison Crowder and get one. But I don't see much knowledge in drafting a receiver, but I still think he's amazing. Jackson Carman, iffy about that pick when there was plenty of other people better than Carman on the board. Joseph Asai, he's not going to really do much, but he's also if I could like get him for free on the team or get him for a low price, he would be good because I think he would fit in at the defensive end position okay on the Bengals, but I don't think that's really the best fit for him. But I think B-. They got a couple nice people, but I don't think Chase is gonna make an impact right away, but I think the other people are just gonna take time, but they have potential, so I'm gonna go with B-. Steelers, C+. Najee Harris, I love him as a running back. He can make crazy hurdles like Saquon. He can make nice moves like Kamara, you know. He's definitely a running back who you love to watch on a Saturday with your wings and Lay's potato chips, you know. He's that fun to watch. The Steelers aren't a run team, so I don't know how he's going to fit in, but I think for fantasy wise he's going to be great, but other than that, not really good picks. They got Pat Freiermuth, which I have no knowledge in. They have probably the most underrated tight end in football, Eric Ebron, on their squad. They got Kendrick Green, who's not really gonna do much. I don't think he may be one of those like late round type of steal guys. You know, I think he's okay, but I think C+ just for Najee. If they were ETN, they'd probably be like D+, but Najee's that good, and he made that much of an impact, and I also like the Quincy Roche pickup for defensive end, like the late round, because I like Quincy Roche. He did good with Rosso and Phillips, so yeah, C+. Let's see, on to our next team, the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns are A. They had a pretty well-rounded draft. They got Greg Newsome, which I wanted my Packers to get. Then they got Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, the most explosive linebacker in football. The most explosive linebacker in college football, I may rephrase. And he may be one of the most explosive in NFL pro football. They had Anthony Schwartz, who's one of those like Marquise Goodwin, Tyreek Hill type of guys. When he gets the ball, he's flying past the field. Touchdown. He may as well just sit and set up a campfire. That's how fast he is. But yeah, I think they had a pretty solid depth / starter draft. I think A. I was close to giving them A+, but they weren't that great, you know. But the Ravens are A-. They got dang it, my brain just went frozen. They got Rashad Bateman and Odafe, not Jason, but Odafe Owa, which is great. Then I think they got Ben Cleveland. I'm not quite sure if they got Ben Cleveland, but whatever team he went to, he's pretty solid. But I'm not sure if they have to. I'll have to let you guys know in the comment section if I was right or not. But yeah, they got. I think they got a late run, like a fourth round Tylan Wallace, who's gonna be definitely great for the Warriors. Him and Devin Duvernay, maybe a little bit of competition. Same for him and Sammy Watkins. So yeah. Sorry, my screen accidentally went like that. I don't know what's wrong with my phone lately. But yeah, A-. Eagles, B+. Not B+. B-. I love Devonta Smith. They traded up for Devonta Smith. He's gonna, even though his size, he's still great at route running. He's fast. He has great hands. He's not horrible at the position. But if you want a blocking receiver, it's not the one. But I think they just need a receiver who could catch before they focus on the fancy stuff. Then they got Landry Dickerson, a solid center who's going to definitely help the Eagles' struggling O-line this past year. So this is definitely going to help them. But otherwise, not much big draft. They got a steal in Kenneth Gainwell for sure. But, they have Boston Scott and Miles Sanders. So I don't really see much logic in that much. But maybe they'll trade Boston Scott to a team. But, yeah, I think B- is plenty fair for them. Okay, Cowboys, C+. They got Parsons with the Jalen Smith, but I don't know if they maybe want to. I don't know how they're going to work, but I think Parsons is attitude traits are one of the things that are holding him back. Otherwise, he could have gone to the top 5. But I think Parsons is a great linebacker. They got a couple other nice solid players for depth. They got a late round Simi Fehoko. I didn't know who he was, but I brought up on him. He's a solid receiver from Stanford. Him and Davis Mills imagine him and Dak Prescott. It's going to be great. Good wide receiver 4. And maybe if they trade one away soon, like Michael Gallup, if they trade him away, wide receiver 3 for sure. I think he's slot receiver ready, but I think he just needs to prove again that he's ready for that. But yeah, the Cowboys are a C+. They didn't really get anyone like, wow, this team is really going to be great with these guys, I think, but definitely C+. Football team, B. Jamet Davis, 9th team pick. He's okay. I think he's like a safe line. I don't think he's going to do anything. He may not do anything great in that NFL, but I don't think he's going to do anything bad. I don't think he's going to be boom or bust. Again, I think he's going to fit in well with the football team, and I think they utilize Chase Young well. They've utilized a lot of great defensive players in the past from the draft, so I'm not worried about it at all. They got Sam Cosmi, a great offensive tackle for their team, who needs a little bit more in the O-line, to make a great O-line. Sorry, you're probably dizzy now. But let's see. Benjamin St. Justy, maybe a little bit of a reach, but for me, not a reach. He did great in the Reese's Senior Bowl. Dwami Brown, a receiver who's great in the red zone, who's gonna catch and run the ball. So definitely B for me. I was very close to giving them a B+, but I think a B is well suitable. Let's see. Giants, B. If they didn't pick Kadarius Toney, if they picked another player off the board, like a O-line, if they picked someone like a Tevin Jenkins or somebody like that, I would probably give them a B+, A- rating, but I don't see any need in Toney. They have a lot. He's great. When he gets the ball, it's a guaranteed touchdown. But I don't think he's wide receiver-y enough to be a wide receiver. Maybe like a Curtis Samuel type guy, but, otherwise, great draft. I like Azeez Ojulari. I like Ojulari. There's one guy I'm forgetting who I liked Aaron Robinson. Aaron Robinson's good. So, yeah, I think so. Aaron Robinson will be good for the cornerback depth position. So yeah, B for me. 49ers, B-. Trey Lance, great pick, A+ pick. He's not going to throw you a ton of interceptions. He only threw one his career at North Dakota State University. So, yeah, but otherwise downhill from there. Aaron Banks, a big reach. One of my biggest, in my opinion. I don't think he's going to do anything in the NFL. I don't think he's going to do anything special in the NFL. And when he makes a Pro Bowl in the next 2 years, you're going to be coming back and rating me and making me into a meme, I know. Trey Sermon, he's an okay pick. I mean, I think he'll do something. I think they'll incorporate him, maybe like a Jeff Wilson type of role. But he's not going to, I don't think he's going to make a Pro Bowl. He may make one, but I don't think he's going to make any. But he's going to be good for a backup running back. So I think B- for me. Trey Lance just really upped the grade. So, yeah. Cardinals, C+. They got Zach Collins, 16th pick. That was kind of a weird pick for me because they do have okay depth at the linebacker position. Not amazing. They could definitely use a little bit more, but have gotten a linebacker like Owusu Koromoa later, especially since how it turned. But Zach Collins has lots. I think he's the most. I think he is guaranteed to make one Pro Bowl in his career, or I at least hope so. They got Rhonda Moore, a receiver who can make a 3-yard wide receiver screen to a 70-yard wide receiver screen touchdown. He can make small plays into big plays, which they need a receiver like that. Because for the slot, maybe wide receiver 2 soon. So, yeah, I think. And then they got Andrew Wiggins, a safety, who I think's going to make an impact on the depth part. I think he's going to I think he'll make a couple plays. I think he has good hands enough. They may use him for that. They may use him for tackling. With the Cardinals, you never know. But the Cardinals always find a way to figure it out. So they got Marco Wilson, who's okay. But I think C+. Seahawks, C. They had 3 picks. They had Trey Brown, Dwayne Eskridge, and Stone Forsythe. So what do you think about Brown? Okay. What do I think about Eskridge? Great pick. He's gonna be good with the loss of David Moore. He's gonna get downfield in 1 second. He's gonna with Russell Wilson's arm. I'm not worried because I think Eskridge, if he could like make like what he did at Western Michigan, if he could make horror to cornerbacks, make them lose sleep at night, then he's gonna be great. Maybe make 5 Pro Bowls in his career if he does that. And maybe, but I don't think the Seahawks is the place for him, especially at Lockett and Carson. Not Lockett and Carson. I'm an idiot. Jesus. Lockett and Metcalf. But I think if he goes to another team, gets traded, maybe after a couple years in his career, he could make a Pro Bowl for sure. I definitely see Eskridge in a Pro Bowl helmet, Pro Bowl jersey, you know? So I think a C for them. Stone Forsythe's the big steal at the offensive tackle position, which they need because Russ Wilson, Chris Carson would be running for their life. So I think C for them is fair. Rams, my first and only F. I do not like the Rams draft at all. We got Tutu Atwell. Okay, he has speed. At least the other guys who have speed have other abilities like catching or routes or footwork, but that's it. All he has is speed. That's it. That's all he has. Nothing else but speed. And you need hands. You can't just, that's basically like, running, and you may as well just cut him from your team, Not a productive draft. They got Robert Rochell, cornerback, not going to help at all. They got Ernest Brown, linebacker, not going to help at all. I think Bobby Brown, defensive tackle, not really going to help. I think he's not going to win the like a DT1, he's not going to win the DT2 position by any means. He's just there because he's just there. F, and I will not lose sleep over this F grade. But yeah, my friend's dad is a Rams fan, so he may be mad. But anyway, those are my draft grades part 2. I hope you liked it. And bye, guys. Stay safe.